people would argue manufacturing is an art form.
One Loves Park business shows how a high-tech addition to its traditional production process actually led to pieces of art, some you might see every day. We're inside ProArc for this week's Made in the Stateline. If you want to understand the origin of Loves Park's ProArc, this is where you start: welding. When the company was founded in the late 80s, owners were mostly welding for themselves as they worked on motorcycles.
We started doing welding for other people as well.
The expansion didn't stop there. ProArc grew into metal fabricating and cutting. By 2009, when Guy Hendrickson joined the company, ProArc spread into machining as well.
Purchased some kind of antiquated CNC machinery to get started, and then within a year or two added about at least $250,000 in CNC machinery.
That put ProArc in a position to become a full-service manufacturing company, a one-stop shop for customers.
So it's really start to finish. Before that, the average customer would have to send a part out to one person to get cut, another person to get welded, another person to get fabricated, and then off to machining and plating.
ProArc's original 4,000 square feet of space wasn't enough, especially after the company bought this laser cutter.
So then we were kind of getting with the times, and we could cut like the big boys were cutting and roll and form. So we were a full-service fab and weld company.
The old way took a lot more time and required tools like these. You can tell how much use they get now. Check out the dust. Some of what ProArc makes are not your typical industrial products, like these clocks, or maybe this much bigger clock outside of Rock Valley College's Starlight Theater. These are the bases for a table.
We laser them, form them here, and then it gets a glass top on them.
Here's a sculpture, the miniature version, the full-size piece of art you might have seen in a homeowner's backyard on the banks of the Rock River. And then there are Christmas ornaments. The laser cuts the 2D design. The metal's hand-bent into its 3D shape. ProArc is very involved in the annual Manufacturing Day, getting young people interested in careers in that field. The company's also hosted its own Math in the Workplace events for students.
I never understood why making a triangle or geometry would have anything to do with anything when I was a kid, and now you do it every day. I mean, all the artwork, all the stuff you see, it's all calculations and formulas and geometry of some sort.
Guy says sparking that interest early is vital, not just to ProArc, but also the whole industry.
I can go out and buy about any machine I want, but it's hard for me to get people that want to work and want to know the trade.
ProArc has relationships with local schools like Guilford, Hononegah, and Harlem.